Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 331 of Drunk Nationals Podcast. I'm your host, as always, I'm Tyler, and joining me with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Sir Colonel Gables. What's up, buddy?
Man, I'll tell you what. If this week doesn't get here fast enough, if this weekend doesn't get in here fast enough, I just may die of heat exhaustion. I'll tell you that for a good fact. Man, it's been humid as hell up in Washington State where I'm at too. I mean, case in point, when you're stuck inside of a back of warehouse all day working and stuff, it's like, oh man, I need something to drink. I need it like fast. I need something that's going to be cool and refreshing. So it's like, okay, let's get some bottled water. Let's get some coffee or something like that, even though caffeine's probably the worst thing I should be having. But
coffee dehydrates you.
But what's kind of funny, it's like, even after I get off of work and stuff, it's like, I gotta go through. It's like my mom and I are just going through, and it's like, hey, let's go to Dairy Queen. Like, let's go get some ice cream. It's like, okay, get some ice cream yesterday. Got some ice cream today. I'm like, okay, I know that the reasoning why she wanted to go by Dairy Queen for like this past day was because, oh, they're having a Children's Miracle Network thing, you know, blah blah blah, for like $1 off. Well, I know for a fact she only wanted to do that. It's like, oh, she wants to get something cold.
It's Dairy Queen, though, man. You don't need an excuse to go to Dairy Queen.
Well, yeah, that's very true, too. But at the same time, you know, it's been nice actually having some form of alternative than just working and then just maybe just passing out inside bed, trying to go to sleep. Because that's what's happened to me like twice this week. It's been kind of like a tough work week, but at the same time, I'm very happy that I have my downtime, too. I'm going to be having a vacation fairly soon in the next couple weeks. I'm going to start my August off right. Hell, I may even be a hermit off of social media for a little bit here and there, but I'm still going to record podcasting stuff because that's what I like to do. But other than that, man, I'm doing all right. How have you been, Tyler?
Sorry, drinking there. I'm doing all right. You know, about the same as you. I look forward, you know, it's great summertime usually for work because it's, you know, just 40-hour weeks, or, you know, 40, 45-hour weeks. We've been doing 4 11-hour days the last like month,
Dang.
which is great.
Yeah.
On Friday morning, but it ruins the rest of your, like, Sunday evening through like Thursday just suck. Because it's been like you, it's been hot, it's been miserable, and working, like, I usually work 5 9-hour days, so now you know, the extra 2 hours at work in the heat just drains you even more. So basically, you know, you already have less time after work to do stuff, and now you're even more tired after work to do stuff. So because I like to get out, usually in the summertime, I get off work, come home, take a quick little like 30-40 minute nap, and then like I still have, you know, 4 or 5 hours before I need to like go to, you know, eat some food and go to bed. Now I'm getting off later. I come home, I'm taking like an hour and a half, 2-hour nap. And I'm waking up and I'm like, oh shit, now I gotta eat and I have like an hour and then I have to go back to bed. So it really sucks. Those 4 days of the week, but it's nice. Like today's Thursday night, so I have tomorrow off. I get to sleep in. I'm gonna hopefully play some games and watch TV. But yeah, no, I'm with you. It's just. It's been a very exhausting summer as far as work and the heat goes. That's the downside deal for, like, you know, Iowa and Washington State's kind of the same way, where it's either cold and snowy or it's super hot outside. So. And
even in the fact if Washington State's like cold and snowy, I'm still gonna just say this, man. It's like that couple feet of snow that Washington, like Clallam County, had for like the month of February. That was a freak thing. That hadn't happened like in almost 20 years, but still, it's like, boom. I'm kind of wishing some of that kind of rubbed off now.
yeah. Just give me like the little cold front, maybe like just drop it on like 80 or 70 or something like that. But yeah, no, that I'm with you. Like this past winter was one of the worst winters I can remember in my lifetime, at least as an adult, with the amount of snow we got and the frequency of it. But yeah, no, I'm doing okay. Just, you know, working away, watching. I've been still on like a big TV kick lately, just watching the shows. Haven't really, you know, I played some more Mario Maker. Haven't really dabbled in anything else yet. I really need to get back to Metro, but it's a lot of good shows coming out lately. I've been like Stranger Things, still trying to watch that. I think I got like 3 episodes of that left.
Yeah.
there's a show that comes out every year on Amazon Prime. That's called All or Nothing, and it's like every year, like it's like NFL Hard Knocks, where in Hard Knocks they follow an NFL team for the entire summer, like through their training camp and practices.
Oh yeah.
Well, this one's it's the same like studio, like same film crew, but they follow an NFL team for the entire season. So they did one on Carolina Panthers last year, and it just came out last week, last Friday, and I burned through that entire show in like a day and a half. So yeah, I've been on. I'm like, I need to finish Stranger Things first, but I'll watch the first episode, and then like I watched like the first 4 episodes that one night, and then I watched the rest like over the next day. So yeah, I've been just really in a big still the last like 6 weeks or so, just in a big watch. I've been wanting to watch TV a lot. I think it's just especially with the heat and stuff. I'm like, just even thought of playing games sometimes that just sounds hard. Like I could play this game for an hour, or I can just sit here and relax and watch this show I know I'm going to like. So that's kind of the state I've been in, or other than playing some Mario Maker here and there. But yeah, other than that, nothing too exciting going on with me. I don't think I have any like funny stories that have happened recently.
Oh yeah.
Nope. Did I mention we did the Uber Eats stuff? I think I mentioned that last time we recorded. We did delivery stuff for that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's been fun. Courtney, sometimes, because we do it together, I drive and she gives me directions, and then she runs in and out. Sometimes thinks she knows better than Google Maps, and has nearly killed us all a few times, which has been fun. There was one time where she had me like, just keep going straight. I'm like, I don't think this is the right way, babe. Just keep going straight. I know where I'm going. Okay. And then I'm like, I'm going. We're on a one-way going the wrong way. That's happened a couple times. I'm like, I'm in the turning lane, but it's turning the other direction. The arrow's going towards us. I don't know if that's good. Yeah, so that's been fun. Or at one point, she swiped that we delivered the food already at an apartment complex, and once you swipe that you delivered it, you can't look up the address anymore.
Oh no.
So I'm at this apartment complex with, there's multiple buildings with, I don't know, probably 100 or 200 different potential places to go to. With the food in my hand, I'm like, I don't know where this food's supposed to go. And it's like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm like, I don't want to start knocking on doors for the next hour. So I'm like, I'm just going to set this here. Hope they find this burrito. And I'm going to hit the old dusty trail now. So, needless to say, we got a bad review on that one.
Well, obviously.
But, yeah. It's all right. It's not bad. We found a pretty good system. We found some good spots to hang out, and we can make decent money doing it. We made like $230 in like 11 hours.
That's awesome.
Doing it over the course of like 4 days. So yeah, it's been actually a lot of fun doing that. Keeping busy, and making money instead of spending money. Except we did spend I won't lie, we spent a decent amount of it probably on. You can always smell delicious food for so long before you just get hungry yourself. Oh. Especially when we do it for like 4 or 5 straight hours. You're just like, if I have to smell one more goddamn steak burrito, I'm gonna fucking scream. So you end up just getting your own steak burrito, a couple times, and some nachos, and some queso, maybe a tortilla.
I'm just envisioning you two are just like going through delivering stuff. It's like, hey, what do you want to do? Yeah, let's go to Taco Bell.
Yeah. No, we go to this place called Abelardo's. It's amazing. They're open till like 3 or no, they're open till 4 a.m. on the weekend.
Oh man, that sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's like fast food, like Mexican food, but it's actually like really good, like
nice
restaurant style Mexican food.
Uh-huh.
So we just sit in that parking lot, and there's like, that's like the main area, and then there's like 4 or 5 like restaurants that just keep getting hit. That place is probably the most popular one, so that's why we sit in the parking lot there.
Yeah.
And we'll just like watch like movies on Netflix on our phone while I have my phone up for waiting for orders to kick in, and then we go, and it's just like we circle back, and usually on the way back we'll get a couple more hits, then we just sit there and wait a few minutes, and boom. So it's been fun. It's like we got a nice little cycle going.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's been fun. Yeah, that's not really too much more exciting going on for me other than that I know of. I can't remember. It's been very tired. Uh, but I don't know. Gables, like I said, I haven't really played too much. Just been dabbling some more in Mario Maker. I haven't put any levels up or anything. I haven't even messed with that stuff. I've just been checking out some of the popular levels and some of the levels my friends made. What have you been playing?
Well, you know what? It's kind of like the same thing with me, where it's like I have completed the main like mode and stuff
Oh,
for Mario Maker 2,
cool.
which I enjoyed, and I still have to go through some of the rest of the levels, as there's like over 100 something levels, and it's like I
Mm.
didn't get through all of them in my first initial playthrough. But then again, it's like
Oh, so you can, sorry, so you can beat it without actually beating all the levels.
pretty much, you can choose your own
Okay.
levels that you want to complete. That's just the thing. You unlock more
Hmm.
each time you complete a section of the Peach's castle and stuff, and it unlocks more, and it's like, okay, I can either do this 1 star level right here, or I can do this interesting maybe 3, maybe 4 star level, maybe get a little bit more challenging or something. And it's basically kind of like the approach you take with it. But regardless of which, you're gonna play like a good chunk of the levels that the people who developed them and stuff curated and stuff. And a lot of them are actually pretty well done. Some of them are quite surprisingly in depth for what initially what I felt was gonna be, because there is like these one levels and stuff that alternated between switches and stuff, and tried to beat certain like portions of this level and stuff with like with all these different like collectibles and stuff, these coins and stuff you had to collect throughout this one level and stuff, and there's just different themes like that, and then it's just enjoying bits and pieces of the game while I was doing bits of work for over the past week. It definitely is a fun experience. I mean, oh my gosh, there's just so many fun, inventive stages you can play online too, where I've only tried a couple of different levels. I've downloaded one level because I thought that it was absolutely cool, and this was the one. It's one of the most popular ones that was going on Mario Maker 2, and it had to do with like alternating between these blue switches and these pink switches and stuff, right? And then you had to try to beat this level as quickly as possible. I consistently am getting like 1 second above the freaking world record and stuff for this course. I'm like, oh,
Huh.
God bless it, man. It's like, if only I'm like a half step faster. It just gives you the motion where, okay, just one more time, just one more level, just one more level. It's that type of addiction stuff that I love in Mario Maker.
Mm-hmm.
And Mario Maker 2 definitely has a great, and honestly, I feel it's a better, more robust selection of levels to choose from than the original Mario Maker has, and I really like that. Yeah, but I haven't created any levels yet. I currently would like to create a level or two, but it's probably going to be a little bit before I do that, because I wanted to finish at least one more game before Fire Emblem Three Houses comes out, which is tomorrow. And another game that I have been playing has been going through and refinishing up Borderlands 2.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
Borderlands 2, I played in 2016, beat the campaign with my Gunzerker and stuff, but when I went and rebought the collection game this year, in current year 2019, I forgot to upload a lot of my character development saves for the cross save
Hmm.
function, and so when I went to download the character from the cloud, it was back at like around level 14, level 15. And I
Ah.
had to not only go and retrack and redo a whole bunch of portions, I basically played through a good chunk of that game, trying to play catch up over the past like couple months. And until this coming week and stuff, now I'm just one main story mission before completing it. I'm on the Talons of God like mission for story mission wise, chapter 18. That's the last major story chapter. But I'm currently wanting to try to finish up some bit of the side quests, which honestly there are some duds inside the side quests, but there's some funny ones too. I mean, currently a side quest that I was working on was a bit of like I think it's like the hodunks and stuff, and like this like this like hick fashion of like bandits and stuff against these Irish like bandits of the Highlands and stuff, and they're like these big old feuds going against one another, and like going back and forth where you have to say use this dynamite and stuff to like explode all the hodunks like race cars or something, or just shooting up little bits of like the other side's like guys and this and that. the whole presentation of it is pretty hysterical because it's like at first the main faction inside the Highlands is hires you to try to get back at the Hodunks because they somehow, according to them, like damage their distillery and stuff, so they're not able to drink their booze. And so it's like from there, it's like you get hired on by the Hodunks to do this and that and stuff to the other side. And I thought it was a kind of, I think it was a kind of like a funny back and forth little side quest stuff. It just kind of had the feeling of like the Hatfields and the McCoys from like way back and stuff, where you have two sides that are really just hating a lot of like different things, and it's just funny just going through and completing missions like that. But on top of that, there has been like some little bit of hiccups here and there. One has been deciding what I should do with my Gunzerker, because the whole different types of like skill trees and stuff. I'm trying to work on the best build of it, which currently I'm like, I want to say 2 skill points away of maximizing the central skill tree. Currently, my Gunzerker has this sort of thing where I'm wanting to model it after like constantly being inside the Gunzerking mode, but on other than that, though, I'm trying to basically use guns like pistols and stuff and try to get like enough good like ammunition stuff, and I'm just trying to keep on Gunzerking for like a long while, and so my build sort of represents that. And so there's these different type of perks like Yippee-Ki-Yay and stuff like that, where it's like it is definitely one of those ones where it presents you with more time to actually go and Gunzerk and do this and do that, and then like 5 or 6 shots. That's like one another types of perks and stuff where potentially you could shoot more as long as like you keep on reloading and don't like empty the clip and stuff. And it's like, okay, that's definitely very helpful. But yeah, I've been looking over videos in certain parts of like skill guides too to try to get a better build of like my Gunzerker Salvador and stuff. Like, but my main intent was originally I wanted to try to see if I could try out some different characters like a Siren, or like maybe going through like with the Necromancer stuff. I mean, currently I thought about doing like another playthrough of Borderlands 2 besides doing my Gunzerker one. But I may have to say that for a later date, as I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of going through like the Borderlands 2 kind of slog and stuff with the side quests and like the different types of things. Yeah. And I haven't even tackled the DLC yet. And that's just the thing. I did not touch the DLC when I first beat Borderlands 2. I may do that. Once I beat Borderlands 2. But it's probably going to be at least, I want to say, a couple months from now. So it's definitely going to be one of those games where I'm going to finish up the campaign, beat it, and then I'm going to shelve it for a little while, let it brew for a bit, and then return back to it. Because, you know what, I'm not done playing Borderlands 2, but I'm going to give it a rest when I get my hands on Fire Emblem 3 Houses, because I'm in the mood for some battles. That's all that I care about right now.
Nice.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Glad you're still enjoying that game.
Oh man.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like, don't avoid Borderlands 3. And there's part of me also that's like there's that little devil on my shoulder like, get Borderlands 3. Just do it.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for the first initial patches to come out before I even attempt to try to buy that game. I know Borderlands 3 is coming. It's Borderlands. I may get my hands on it, may play it, but I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to beat that game this year.
Yeah, that's one of those games that's going to take some... When is that game? What's the release date on the game again? September, right?
Yeah, at that point...
December 13th.
At that point, I'm not going to be probably getting Borderlands 3.
Yeah. Well, you got Link's Awakening come out the very next week.
Well,
so
yeah, exactly. I'm getting Link's Awakening.
Play that, and then go back to Borderlands. It'll probably be ready to go by then, as far as patches and everything goes. But
so it's like, do I want?
Then at that point, it sucks. What?
It's like, it's kind of funny. It's like at that point in that September, it's like, do I want to go ahead and have fun playing the Zelda game on my Switch, or do I want to be frustrated playing Borderlands 3 co-op? It's kind of a hidden. Yeah. It's kind of like a given for me.
That's what sucks too, because if you wait to play Borderlands 3, all your friends are either done with it by then, or they're way ahead of you level-wise.
Yeah.
So that's the downside of those type of games. So if you're in the co-op side of it.
Yep.
But let's move on. We got some actual topics here to discuss. Once again, Nintendo is like the saving grace for us. Pretty much since E3, they've been the only thing that's given us like consistent things to talk
They
about.
really have.
Yeah, it's not always like killer stuff, but it's stuff, at least because there's the things worth talking about. So last time we recorded, they announced the Switch Lite. It's coming out on September 19th. Was the 19th? Oh, I feel like that's wrong.
Did they actually announce the release date for that?
Never mind. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up real fast. I should. September 19th is my mother's birthday, so if for anybody that is interested, late release date. Here we go. It comes out the 20th. Okay, yeah, the same day as
Link's Awakening.
Link's Awakening. Sorry. Yeah, thank you. I had a brain fart there. So yeah. So they announced that was coming out, and then they a couple days later, like a week later, announced that there's a new Switch model coming out, but it's only for like the regular Switch, not the Lite.
Yep.
That's gonna have the new model will have a better battery life. So currently, like the original Switch that everybody has, as for undocking, the battery life is 2.5 to 6.5 hours. The Switch Lite will be 3 to 7 hours. This new model will be 4.5 to 9 hours. So this doesn't really make a lot of sense to me.
Okay.
Why is it? I mean, it makes sense to like, hey, if you can make a Switch with better battery life, do it. Seriously, like that's awesome. Like that's great. Do that. But why didn't you make the Switch Lite like this? Why doesn't that have why does this have a better battery life than the Lite? Like that, I feel like if anything, they should this should be the Switch Lite's battery life at minimum. What do you think?
Well, I can see where you're coming from there, because if you're going to be getting a portable system like the Switch Lite, you would expect it to be at least lasting around that 4 to 6 hours sort of ratio in terms of a handheld, like it could be. Sort of similar to how the Nintendo DS, or like not the DS, but I want to say the 3DS, where you could technically turn off the Wi-Fi of the thing, you could technically like dim down things to get a longer battery life thing as a result, but yeah, and it's kind of interesting how they went forth and improved the original model of the Switch. Increasing the battery life of it is the most notable thing of it. But having that version have the longer battery life than the Lite, yeah, it is kind of like mind-boggling in that way. But at the same point, that's definitely going to be for other people that want to get maybe an original Switch, if they choose to, just for like the whole docking and putting out like purpose and stuff. But in terms of the announcement of the Nintendo Switch Lite, I'm personally more than happy with it because of a couple reasons. One, the curvature of the handle itself. Two, it has a actual legitimate D-pad and not buttons for D-pad. I mean, I am an old school gamer too. It's like I love a strong, sturdy D-pad and stuff when I'm playing my games. I'm more used to going through with my left hand and stuff, and just basically have that kind of like concrete feel and stuff without things being jeopardized and sort of like precision-wise. Especially if I'm playing a fighting game, if I got to do a quarter circle with a D-pad, it's got to be something that's going to be sturdy and something's going to be very responsive, not buttons. Buttons don't make a good D-pad, in my honest opinion. They don't do well in terms of moving characters. I mean, you could make a case, say, for the N64 back in the day with like doing strafing stuff in GoldenEye or Perfect Dark, but no, that doesn't compare to like an actual legitimate like moving wise, say like a D-pad would. And that's one of the main things I like about the Switch Mini. But another thing that I really like about the Switch Mini and stuff is the fact that the price is lower than, say, an average Switch. I mean, $200, that's a sweet spot. That's the Nintendo 3DS, quintessentially, the XL's price. And that's pretty much going to be like the replacement of that price point for like the Switch. Immediately, I like this idea because it's cheap enough to where somebody who wants to go into the holidays and stuff, if the kid wants a Switch and a copy, say, of Link's Awakening or Mario Odyssey or the newest Pokemon game, they're going to probably go forth and buy one for their kid or something, like have it as like a stock, maybe spend like about $200-300 or something max, get the system, hide it, then get a whole bunch of the accessories or whatever. And that's definitely a great holiday item pickup, especially if you have a little kid around the house that wants to get their first video game system or whatever, and you give them this, and it's like this and that. Now, the thing I don't like about this Nintendo Switch Lite is the color selections and how awkward the color selections are to me. Now, I don't mind having, say, like a colored kind of theme or something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a red, a blue, a yellow, a green, or something like that. And it's not taking away the fact that I do like most of the colors that are presented in this thing, but the overall choice makes it feel really weird to me. Because you have these colors like a light gray, you have a yellow, and you have a turquoise. Now, this may be me nitpicking stuff, but inside of a more alluring type of thing, yeah, they are technically lighter shades of these colors. But if you really want to try to entice someone, you got to have it be, in my personal opinion, you got to have it be much more alluring than that. Either have like a set where it's like you have yellow, red, green, sort of like an RGB sort of like esque sort of color scheme inside a selection. Or even like go with some like obscure, maybe like an atomic purple or whatever the hell, where it's like you could see through the system and you can go through and like have like all these in-depth little things, and it makes you feel cool, kind of like how you did when you played on the N64 with that controller for the first time. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it may be sort of minor for some people in some people's eye, and yeah, I understand and realize that I'm being nitpicky when it comes to say color stuff for the Nintendo Switch Lite, but it just feels weird to me. I just don't like the current selection, but I do like that there is going to be a special Pokemon edition of this Nintendo Switch Lite that has a light red and almost like a light magenta sort of like just like sides of the system, which, you know what, that does look cool. The design, the little shading in the things, that was pretty cool.
Mm.
But that's pretty much my thoughts about what the Switch Lite, the announcement, the things around it. It's like, hey, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna argue the Switch Lite. I think that's perfect for what it is. I just don't understand the announcing a week later of the new Switch model.
That's understandable.
With a week after you announce this really cool thing, and then you're like, hey, here comes this better version that's coming soon as well. That it's gonna have better battery life. Like, where's that Jackie Chan meme when he's holding his hands on his head? Like, ooh, what?
Oh, I know, right?
Like,
and you know they're originally, and you know their main intent with that type of model, that sort of stealth remodel stuff, is to try to like replace the original Switch models that they've released with this longer battery life stuff because of cheaper costs of getting better battery, I believe it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking. Like, it's cool that we're getting better battery life for people that are getting here soon. It's just like I don't understand how like this thing has better battery life than the Lite. Like, that just blows my mind that that's a thing.
I agree.
Like, but yeah, I don't know. I like, it's cool. Like I said, it's cool. It's happening. I just think, yeah, I love the Switch idea of the Switch Lite. It's just that battery thing is just ridiculous. It's still laughable to me. 3 to 7 hours. There'll be a Switch Lite XL or something here soon, probably in the next like year and a half.
Oh my god!
And it'll be like the regular.
It'll be the original
XL,
size of the Switch.
Yeah, it'll be the regular Switch. It's just the Switch.
Now presenting
basically
the new Nintendo Switch XL Lite.
It's actually bigger than the original Switch. With more battery life.
It's now foldable and now fits in your
know.
pocket. As a matter of fact, it's weird calling this just like the 3D Switch Lite.
It's actually just like they're trying to get rid of all those Wii U gamepads.
Oh
so it's just
no!
with the new screen.
I thought this was supposed to fold. All of a sudden, the screen just cracks up.
That'd be awesome. I would love that if they did that. They brought back the Wii U gamepad. It's called the Switch Lite XL.
Oh, we had to use those assets somewhere. Please buy it.
Yeah. We've already bought like 3 million of these things, and they're just sitting in the back. We got to get rid of them. This is what we're doing. I'd buy one just because it'd be funny.
Please buy our stuff.
Yeah, please buy this. For the God, let's get rid of all this plastic we have sitting around. These cheap ass screens. Yes. But moving on. So stick with Nintendo for 1,000. This all kind of happened like earlier in the week and kind of became a big deal. And Nintendo kind of turned around and did the right thing. So basically, there's been this big issue towards the end of last week. I want to say a lot of complaints been going on with Joy-Cons. People like they're drifting. Like you're not pushing the buttons, but you're like their character is drifting off to the left a little bit or the right. And you have that. There's defects and stuff like that, but it's turned into enough of a hubbub that it's actually like it's been pretty popular with gaming media and online. Like it's been enough complaints going on that's happening that Nintendo has finally come out and said after about a week or so, maybe a little less of this going on, that and then even like there was a class action lawsuit about to happen because they were charging $40 to fix this, and plus it would take 2 weeks to get it back. So they were charging $40 to fix it, 2 weeks without your Joy-Cons, and they decided that they're actually going to do it for free. So anybody, even without a warranty, I think the warranty for the Joy-Cons is only 90 days after purchase. And so if you've already paid for your fix, they're going to refund you your money. So it's cool that like that they're doing this. I think it's great. I think it's something they probably had to do. I don't know like how, if this is like what the percentage is. Maybe we won't know for a while. But I feel like it's something they kind of had to do, especially after with like the launch switches where they had like a lot of them were defective out of the box. Like my launch switch Joy-Cons, they don't do it all the time, but they're part of that defect, and I just never sent them in because I didn't want to like be without my Joy-Cons for 2 weeks. But it's glad that that they're doing this because I feel like this is something they kind of had to do because it sounds like it's enough of an issue that who knows if it's 10%, 5%, 25%, 50%. I mean, it's probably not as bad as like the Xbox's Ring of Death, but
no.
It's enough of an issue that it became enough people brought it up, and it became pretty popular in the media, even like outside of like the gaming media, people were talking about it. So it's great that they're doing this. What about you, Gables?
Well, what's kind of funny is it takes a lawsuit pending in order to get like a company to go forth and wait a minute, maybe we should rethink this.
Hold up a minute. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that Nintendo as a company and stuff is going through and actually honoring like for free these fixes and stuff for the Joy-Con drifting stuff, because honestly that is pretty much on their side too, because of the quality of the joysticks. When they degrade and stuff and start to deteriorate, that dust gets settled inside those like particular mechanisms and stuff inside that joystick, and it prevents and it actually goes through and makes it so that the recognizable little sensor inside that Joy-Con that is responsible for doing things like movement and stuff like that, it's never completely neutral. It's always like going like in a specific direction, apparently. That's pretty much what I was kind of like watching a bit about, like say by Digital Foundry when they were doing their videos in regards to what Joy-Con drift means. And quintessentially, it's just an elaborate thing of kind of like what joysticks would do, say, for other older game systems and stuff, where sooner or later the control sticks start to deteriorate, start to get worn out to where like you would have like some of the joysticks would the character would start moving or something like that on the screen and it was just in neutral. I had that problem for like a Wavebird wireless controller I had because I played Smash Brothers so much with that Wavebird that when I tried to play Wind Waker and try to finish it, I could not keep Link still. I had to get a new controller. Which sucked because I was close to the end of it and I wanted to play and I couldn't freaking like finish it for like about a couple of weeks because I had to wait for my mom to get paid. And I'm like, oh fuck, no, I'm in high school. This is my weekend. I want to play Wind Waker. Oh, young teenage Gables trying to finish his backlog back then. But honestly, it is just funny to me that there are a lot of companies that if something like that's similar to happen, they wouldn't do that and just go to court and try to do this and that in terms of proving, oh no, this is the direct person's responsibility once they go through and sign or buy this and it fulfills this contract obligation. Where Nintendo is like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that's our bad right there. We're gonna cut this whole $40 nonsense that we were charging you guys before, which that makes me think too. It's like for the people who actually paid $40 for this Joy-Con drift like fix and stuff, it's like what's gonna be with them and stuff? Are they gonna get like rebates or anything for that shit? Because I'll tell you what, if I paid $40 for a fix for my Joy-Con for this drift issue, and then Nintendo goes forth and announces like not too shortly after, I'd be pissed because I just paid $40 to get my thing fixed, and now you're offering it for free. Oh, you're gonna give me a new fucking Joy-Con? No. But yeah, it's good on a Nintendo as a company for doing that. Where other bigger companies probably wouldn't even give a shit.
No, it's one of those things where you say like it's something they had to do.
Yeah.
But like a lot of times you still see companies do it, so it's cool that they had to do it. But it's awesome that they still did it. So
yeah,
good thing for Nintendo. But sticking with Nintendo for 2000, I don't think that's a thing in Jeopardy. But we're doing it here. We talked on the last show about there was a leak for Luigi's Mansion coming out. I think what was it? It was like October 5th or something like that.
Yeah.
So a few days after we talked about that, they announced the release date for October 31st. So it's coming out on Halloween. I believe that is that a Friday?
I think so. I think it's actually on a Friday.
It is indeed a Friday, correct? Oh wait, no, it's a Friday. No, wait, is that Thursday? That doesn't make any sense. It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Comes out on Thursday. Oh, that's weird. So yeah. So Luigi Mansion's coming out on a Thursday. I just want to say, well, fuck me, in the asshole. This is fuck. Why do they do this to me? Gables? Why? Do the video game gods hate me?
Man, why do you say that?
I don't know. I just want. So we talked about how November was nuts.
Yeah.
For me. So here is the 4 games, the last 4 games of the year I'm really looking forward to that I know of that are coming out this year.
Okay.
October 31st, Luigi Mansion 3.
Yep.
Death Stranding, November 8th.
Uh-huh.
Star Wars Fallen Order, November 15th.
Uh-huh.
Doom Eternal, November 22nd. So in literally fucking 23 days, 4 AAA games come out that I really want to play. 3 of which I'm most excited for than pretty much anything besides maybe Gears 5.
Oh,
why?
man. To be a gamer and
I don't have
to
time
love
to play the
everything.
goddamn games I have right now. I got Wolfenstein Youngblood coming tomorrow. I don't have time to play that goddamn game. I'm so stupid. What? I couldn't play these. I couldn't play these games fast enough if I didn't have a job. Like why couldn't these games come out? Give me a couple of them before Extra Life, please. Like that's the one saving grace for this. Is like, hey, the Saturday, is that the Saturday before Extra Life? I gotta know, Gables.
Oh my god.
Oh man, when is Extra Life 2018?
Oh god, I don't even know either, man. I mean, I haven't even signed up for the damn thing for this year yet.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, that's the thing, man. I've been busy.
November 2nd, it comes out, is Saturday.
Oh.
Is Extra Life. So yeah. Comes out 2 days before that. So that's the game I'm probably going to be playing the most.
Nice.
But still, what the fuck? Why do people do this to me? Early October was perfect. I had a whole month to play that game before everything else came out. Now I'm fucked. So thanks a lot, Nintendo. And fucking PlayStation. And Doom. I love you, Doom. I'm sorry. EA. Fuck. Anyways, I don't know. I think that it makes sense. Hey, it's weird. It's coming out on a Thursday. That's a weird release.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, whatever. But no, I am looking forward to that game. Not the release date, but I'm looking forward to playing that game eventually. What about you, Gibbs? What do you think?
Dude, I'm gonna play Luigi's Mansion 3 regardless. I love the original game. Never finished the second, but I loved playing the second.
Yeah, it was okay.
And you know what? The third one, I want to play because it looks fun. It looks more creative than both games, and I like the aspect that it's like a gigantic. It's kind of like more framed like the original, where it's like more gigantic and there's much more elaborate puzzles and the whole thing interchanging between you and like Luigi and stuff and certain puzzle elements. This has me excited to try it out.
Yeah, no, that game's gonna be amazing. But moving on to some we have one more topic. It's non Nintendo related. Well, it's kind of Nintendo. It's everybody related. It's the MPDs for June. It's one of my favorite things to talk about every week or every month rather. The top 20 lists for June 2019. We had God of War at number 20. 19 was Super Mario Party. 18 was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. 17 was Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. That game came out this year, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Oh wow,
Like
that
in
feels
February,
like 10 years ago.
dude.
Yeah. Going off on a tangent. Today is Courtney and I's 6-month anniversary,
Aw.
and I knew it was coming, but we even talked about it yesterday, and she said happy anniversary of 6 months. I'm like, holy fuck, it feels like 12 years ago I met you. I feel old.
It actually has been
I feel old,
fast,
Gables.
man. It feels like yesterday you two just met and did shit.
Yeah, it feels. One hand it feels like yesterday, and the other hand it feels like it was 45 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
Women.
Well, hell, I wouldn't know. Anyway.
Yeah, that's just starting over. Just don't find out, Gables. Starting over. Number 20, God of War 2018. 19 was Super Mario Party. 18, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. 17, Mario Brothers U Deluxe. 16, Division 2. 15, Black Ops 4. Ooh, wow. I don't know where I'm going with that one. Sorry. 14, MLB 19. That was confusing. 13, Breath of the Wild. 12, RDR 2, Red Dead Redemption 2. 11, Rainbow Six Siege. 10, Days Gone. 9, Mario Kart 8. 8, NBA 2K19. That's really confusing that 2K19 is 8 and Mario Kart 8 is 9. 7 is Spider-Man. 6 is Smash Bros. Ultimate. 5 is Minecraft. 4 is GTA 5. 3 is MLK. What the fuck? Mortal Kombat 11. 2 is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Number 1, no surprise to anybody, even though it came out like the 28th of the month, Mario Maker 2.
Wow.
So, man, these MPDs are very. I don't know how anybody could predict these. I would. There's sometimes I think about I'll be kind of fun. What would the top 20 look like? But it just doesn't make any sense to me. Tom Clancy's Division 2 just came out in March and it's already dropped to 16th. You got freaking Red Dead Redemption 2, which everybody's talking about. Oh, that's going to take over for Rockstar's high selling game, and it's been out 8 months and it's already dropped to 12th. When you got games like Mario Kart 8, Rainbow Six Siege, Minecraft, Smash Brothers, Spider-Man, NBA 2K19, GTA 5, all those games came out before it, and they're well ahead of it on the list. I understand some of those games, some of those sports games, especially NBA 2K19, that's much bigger than that, but still, that's nuts. Days Gone came out a few months ago. It's already dropped to the 10th.
Yep.
But Minecraft at 5, that's bonkers. And I wonder if they're having a sale or a big update or something. I don't know why it's up there.
Let's see.
But
I know for the Switch, they had a physical edition of Minecraft that they did release.
Oh, so maybe that's what did it. I could see that. Makes sense.
Well, yeah, I know. I picked up that version too. I haven't played it too much, but it's it feels kind of cool, kind of neat. You have a physical version of Minecraft. You just plug inside your system inside, and just start playing it.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool then. That would explain why that happened. But GTA 5 being number 4, that. Why? What's happening?
What
that
the
game,
hell is up
for a
with
little while.
GTA 5 being such a high thing? It's it's been a slow month for people in general. Hell, freaking Breath of the Wild, man, it's still going through and selling. It's still going strong, 13. But man,
Yeah,
GTA
13,
5, you look at that, it's what the fuck? What do you have to do to die off this damn list?
I get it still sells really well because they put the shark cards in there, so it's cheaper just to buy another copy.
Yeah,
of the game
all the microtransactions.
Buy those shark cards. Yeah, but I read that in some countries, in the UK, in 3 or 4 different countries there, it was the number 1 selling game for June, or not in June, not for the month of June, but for a 2-week stretch.
What?
It was the first couple weeks of June. Yeah, it was the highest selling game. So that game's that's nuts. June was it was a 2-horse race with Crash Team Racing and Mario Maker 2.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 big games I can remember coming out. Mortal Kombat 11, I think, of all the games that came out so far in 2019, is far and away the highest selling game, which still that blows my mind to think that game. I knew it would sell well, but the fact that it's ahead of, Division 2. Like Division 2, I thought for sure would be one of the highest. I wonder how well that game's selling or is sold overall. I want to know. I want to know if Ubisoft is satisfied with the game, because it feels like
I don't know.
that first month when it came out. Was that February? What came out? February or March? March came out. I think it was like number 1 or 2 on the list that month. But ever since then, it's like it's dropped every month, and like it's that number 16, so it's barely hanging on. When like Black Ops 4, that's been out for 8 months now, is ahead of it. Like it's just that Breath of the Wild is ahead of it. I mean, I understand like some of these kind of these slow months are sometimes more fascinating to me, because like you can usually predict like what it's going to look like, especially when you get into the holiday season. Like, okay, like we know Madden is going to be like number 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
We know that NBA 2K and all these certain games are going to be, this Call of Duty is going to be number 1. But yeah, it's just kind of fascinating to see like Mario Kart 8 still killing it at number 9. That game was been out for over 2 years now. So yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. That's why I like the NPD so much. Is it's like you don't, especially like when you get to like the outside of the top 5, like you just don't know what the hell it's gonna look like. But even when you get in the top 5, with GTA 5 and Minecraft being in there, that's fucking crazy.
It is.
But yeah, I don't know. Anything you want to add in that before we get out of here?
To be perfectly honest with you, I'm just really surprised and stuff that not just GTA 5 selling well, but hey, I like the fact that Mario Maker 2 was number 1 for the MPDs, because that game deserves it.
For 3 days.
3 days, that's still mind-blowing to me. Yeah. That a game that had 3 days in that entire month outsold everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still crazy when a game does that. But yeah, that's pretty much my piece.
All right, cool. Well, guys, we are going to head out of here on that note then. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to hear more from us, we do have a Facebook page and group. It is Drunk Dash Nerds Podcast. Like and join us on there. On iTunes, at Drunk Nerds Pod. Subscribe to us, please. Leave us a 5-star review and leave us a comment as well. We'd appreciate if you did that. And go to twitch.tv/Colonel Gables. Give him a big follow. Send him a friend request if you can do that.
Well, yeah, of course. I know I've been sort of idle on my Twitch streaming and stuff, but with my coming vacation stuff, I may just go through and possibly, man, I may possibly stream stuff for Extra Life. Maybe just like to try to get that thing all nice and neat. I haven't done anything too much with on my PS4 or on my Switch in terms of streaming things, and well, that week off definitely has a good possibility of me trying to do something beneficial instead of just me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm ready for Extra Life already.
I know, as am I.
We're a few months away. 3 more months. Oh, can't wait. But yeah, so please check out Colonel Gables there on YouTube at Drunk Dash Nerds. Sorry, I had a burp. Subscribe to us there, and leave us a comment. Give us a big thumbs up on our podcast, and then also on Spotify. Follow us out there, and if you guys know how to leave reviews, if possible, do that. Please, we really appreciate it. But once again, thank you guys so much for listening. I was Tyler.
And I have been Colonel Gables. So until next time, everyone, I hope you have yourself a good weekend. I hope you play plenty of fun games. But most importantly of all, I'd like to thank you for enjoying another fun-filled episode of the Drunk Dash Nerds podcast.
Hey, Gables?
Yep.
Too sweet.
Too sweet, man.
Bye, guys.
See ya.